Mark this date down, September 8th, 2025. The Gemini Lunar Eclipse is not just another moon phase. It's a cosmic event that will shake up your life in 3 unforgettable ways. For some, it will reveal shocking truths you can't ignore. For others, it will collapse old patterns that have kept you stuck for years. And for many, it will awaken a brand new path that changes everything. This isn't random, it's destiny. And if you're watching this right now, you were meant to hear this message. So stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to reveal the 3 cosmic shifts that this eclipse is bringing straight into your life. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Cosmic shift number 1, the revelation of hidden truths. The first cosmic shift after the Gemini lunar eclipse on September 8th, 2025 is one that will shake your reality at its very core, the revelation of hidden truths. Now, let me make this clear. This is not a gentle whisper from the universe. This is a bold, unstoppable cosmic spotlight that shines directly into the corners of your life you've been avoiding. The kind of truths that surface under this eclipse are not always comfortable, but they are absolutely necessary. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect and information, thrives on clarity. It doesn't like secrets, confusion or illusions. During this eclipse, Mercury's influence becomes amplified, which means anything hidden, buried or disguised will no longer stay in the shadows. The cracking of illusions. Think about the illusions we create for ourselves. Maybe it's convincing yourself a relationship is healthy when deep down you know it isn't. Maybe it's staying in a career just because it's safe, even though your soul feels restless. Or maybe it's telling yourself that one day you'll pursue your true passion while each year quietly slips by. This eclipse doesn't tolerate illusions, it shatters them. Imagine finding out that someone's intentions weren't what they seemed. Imagine realizing the career you've been chasing isn't really aligned with your calling. Imagine waking up one day with crystal clarity, seeing exactly where you've been blind. That's what the Gemini lunar eclipse does. It rips away the veil, and yes, that may sting, because sometimes the truth reveals betrayal, disappointment, or the harsh reality of wasted time. But here's the beauty. Once the illusion collapses, you are finally free to live in alignment with reality. External truths versus internal truths. Not all truths come from the outside. Some are whispered directly from within your own soul. Externally, you may discover shocking revelations, someone lying, a hidden opportunity, or an unspoken secret. But internally, the truth can be even more powerful. You may finally recognize the ways you've been sabotaging yourself. You may see how fear has kept you small. You may understand how your old story has kept you trapped in cycles of limitation. This is the moment when denial breaks and awareness awakens. For some, it will be painful, like looking in the mirror and seeing your own role in the life you've created. But for others, it will be liberating, like finally seeing a map after being lost in the dark. The emotional roller coaster. Don't underestimate the emotional intensity of this cosmic shift. Lunar eclipses work on a deep subconscious level. They don't just reveal truths. You feel them in your bones, in your gut, in your intuition. At first, you may resist what you're seeing. You may want to deny it, push it away, or cling to the comfort of the old illusion. But the more you fight the truth, the heavier the energy will feel. Instead, let it wash over you. Even if it hurts, even if it feels overwhelming, remember that the universe only reveals what you are strong enough to handle. Why truth is freedom. Here's the hidden blessing. The truth will always set you free. Once the veil is lifted, you can no longer be manipulated, misled, or stuck in uncertainty. Clarity gives you power. It allows you to make decisions with confidence. It helps you see who deserves a place in your future and who doesn't. It shows you which doors are worth opening and which ones need to stay closed forever. The Gemini eclipse is like a cosmic cleansing. It strips away confusion so you can finally move forward with sharper vision. The ripple effect of truth. And here's something many people don't realize. The truth doesn't just affect one part of your life, it ripples. A truth revealed in a relationship could shift how you view all connections in your life. A truth about your career could realign your financial future. A truth about yourself could transform your confidence, your habits, and even the way you carry your energy. This isn't just about seeing facts, it's about changing your destiny. My advice for you: don't run from the truth that's revealed. Don't cling to old illusions just because they feel safe. And don't waste this rare cosmic gift by ignoring the message. Instead, ask yourself, what is this truth teaching me? Where is it guiding me? How can I use this clarity as a compass for my future? The Gemini lunar eclipse is holding up a cosmic mirror, and once you look into it, you can't unsee what's been shown. Yes, the truth may sting. Yes, it may unsettle your world, but remember this: illusions only keep you stuck. The truth, no matter how difficult, is what sets you free. This first cosmic shift is not a punishment, it's a blessing. It's the universe saying, it's time to wake up. It's time to see clearly. It's time to step into the life you were truly meant to live. So embrace the revelations, trust the clarity, and get ready, because once the truth comes out, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. Cosmic shift number 2, the collapse of the old. The second cosmic shift that the Gemini lunar eclipse on September 8th, 2025 brings is all about endings and closures. And let me tell you, this is not a soft ending. This is not about slowly drifting away from the past. This is a collapse. Think of the universe looking at your life and saying, enough is enough. You cannot carry this weight anymore. And suddenly, crash, the old structures begin to fall. Why endings are necessary? Eclipses are always turning points. They don't just nudge you forward, they catapult you. And this one in Gemini is even more powerful because Gemini represents adaptability and transformation. But here's the truth: you cannot adapt if you're still clinging to what's outdated. That's why this eclipse is ruthless with old patterns. Outdated beliefs, toxic cycles, draining relationships, and paths that are misaligned with your spirit. This is when they crumble. It might feel like the rug is being pulled out from under you, but in reality, the universe is removing everything that doesn't belong in your future. What could be ending? For some of you, this cosmic shift will show up in relationships. A friendship that has secretly become one-sided may dissolve. A relationship built on shaky foundations may suddenly crack. A toxic connection you've tolerated for too long may finally reach its breaking point. For others, the endings will happen in your career or ambitions. Maybe you've been chasing a job or dream that doesn't align with your soul's truth. Maybe you've been stuck in work that drains your energy instead of fueling your purpose. Maybe you've been holding on to financial security while sacrificing your happiness. And for many, the collapse won't be external. It will be internal. The eclipse will force you to confront the mental patterns that have kept you trapped. Negative self-talk, limiting beliefs about what you're capable of, fear-based thinking that keeps you from taking risks. When those old thought patterns collapse, it may feel uncomfortable, but that's where the liberation begins. The symbolism of shedding. Think of a snake shedding its skin. In the moment, it looks vulnerable, raw, even exposed. But without shedding, the snake cannot grow. That's exactly what this eclipse is doing for you. It's forcing you to shed the old so you can expand into the new. Yes, endings can feel scary. Yes, they can feel like loss. But every ending is also a new beginning in disguise. Under this Gemini lunar eclipse, whatever leaves your life is not punishment. It's preparation. It's making space for something greater to arrive. The signs of collapse. During this time, pay close attention. The universe often gives signs that something is meant to end. You may notice a sudden breakdown in communication, situations that feel too heavy to carry any longer, opportunities or people slipping away no matter how hard you try to hold on. Instead of resisting these signs, see them as a cosmic signal that your soul is ready for something better. The 3 truths of endings. If a door closes during this time, trust that it was never truly meant for you. The universe doesn't remove anything that belongs to your destiny. If something feels like it's crumbling, know that it's being rebuilt on stronger foundations. Sometimes the old structure must collapse before the new one can rise. If you feel yourself letting go, understand that you're not losing. You're evolving. Release is the first step toward transformation, the hidden gift. Here's what many people miss. The collapse of the old is the greatest gift you could receive. Think about it. How often do we cling to what feels familiar, even when it's unhealthy? How often do we stay stuck in cycles that drain us because we're afraid of change? This eclipse doesn't give you that option anymore. It forces the release. It clears the clutter. It takes away the weight you didn't even realize was holding you down. And when that old energy is gone, you finally have the space to create something new, something aligned with who you truly are. My advice for you: don't resist the endings. Flow with them. The more you fight to hold on, the more painful the collapse will feel. Pay attention to what feels heavy, toxic, or draining. If it's slipping away, let it. That's not a loss. It's divine redirection. Trust that what leaves now is the very thing that was blocking your evolution. This cosmic shift is like shedding skin, painful in the moment, but absolutely necessary for growth. The Gemini Lunar Eclipse is asking you to step boldly into the unknown, to let go of the chapters that no longer serve your story, to stop carrying baggage that isn't yours. Yes, it may feel uncomfortable. Yes, it may feel like endings are happening too fast, but trust me, the universe knows exactly what it's doing. Because once the old collapses, you are finally free to build something stronger, truer, and more aligned with your destiny. This shift is not about loss. It's about liberation. So as this eclipse unfolds, remind yourself, I am not losing. I am transforming. I am making space for my future. And when the dust settles, you'll see it clearly. What collapsed was never meant to last. But what's coming next will change everything. Cosmic shift. Number 3, the awakening of a new path. Now we arrive at the most powerful and life-changing cosmic shift of all, the awakening of a brand new path. The Gemini Lunar Eclipse on September 8th, 2025 is not just about endings or revelations. Those were necessary steps, yes, but they were simply the clearing ground, the preparation. The real magic begins here, when clarity rises from the ashes and a fresh road appears before you. This cosmic shift is not subtle. It's a force that reorients your destiny, like the universe itself saying, "You've been walking in circles long enough. Here, this is the direction you were always meant to take." From chaos to clarity, first comes the revelation of truths, then comes the collapse of the old. And finally, once the dust settles, there is space for clarity to enter. Think of it like clearing a cluttered room. You can't redecorate or fill it with new treasures until the old junk is gone. The eclipse clears the clutter of illusions and outdated energy. What's left is a blank canvas waiting for your soul's masterpiece. This is why so many people will experience a sense of sudden clarity. Possibilities that once felt out of reach will suddenly feel attainable. Opportunities that were invisible before will seem to appear out of nowhere. And deep within, your intuition will whisper, "This is the way." A cosmic GPS reset. The Gemini Lunar Eclipse acts like a cosmic GPS reset. If you've been going down the wrong road, expect a sudden reroute. If you've been wandering without direction, prepare to see clear signs pointing you forward. If you've been stuck at a crossroads, the universe will make the choice for you by shutting one door and swinging another wide open. This reset is not about confusion, it's about alignment. The universe will not leave you lost. It's guiding you to the path your soul was always destined to walk. How this path might appear. For some, this awakening will show up in the form of a radical career change. You may suddenly feel called to walk away from the job you thought you'd have forever and step into something that lights up your soul. For others, it could arrive through a life-changing connection. A new person may enter your life, romantic, professional, or spiritual, who completely shifts the way you see yourself and your future. And for many, the awakening will be deeply spiritual, a realization of your true purpose, a sudden knowing of why you're here, a clarity that goes beyond logic and touches the core of your being. The Gemini energy. Gemini's energy is curious, innovative, and adventurous. It doesn't want you to stay stuck in the same old routines. It thrives on growth, exploration, and discovery. That's why after this eclipse, you may feel an urge to learn something new, start a fresh project, travel, explore, or relocate. Embrace an entirely different version of yourself. Gemini pushes you to say, "What if?" and to follow that curiosity into transformation, the emotional shift. Here's what makes this awakening so powerful. It doesn't feel like fear anymore. It feels like excitement. Imagine suddenly knowing exactly what your soul came here to do. Imagine feeling excitement instead of anxiety about your future. Imagine stepping into a path that feels authentically, unapologetically yours. That's the emotional rebirth of this cosmic shift. It's not just about what changes externally, it's about how alive you feel internally. Why this is rebirth. Let's be clear, this isn't just about change, this is rebirth. A change is when you switch jobs, try something new, or move cities. Rebirth is when you shed an old identity, release who you thought you were supposed to be, and awaken as someone closer to your higher self. This eclipse is pushing you into rebirth. It's not asking you to stay comfortable, it's asking you to evolve. My advice for you, stay open. Don't cling to the old identity or vision of yourself. Be curious, follow the nudges even if they don't make sense yet. Trust the reroute. If life redirects you, it's because your soul is ready for something greater. Think of yourself as standing at the doorway of a brand new book. Not just a new chapter, the old story is over. The Gemini Lunar Eclipse hands you the pen and says, "Write something extraordinary. This awakening is your invitation. The truths have been revealed. The old has collapsed. Now it's time to step boldly into the future that's waiting for you. Yes, it may feel uncertain. Yes, it may feel like you're starting over. But remember this, starting over doesn't mean starting from nothing. It means starting from wisdom, strength, and clarity. This eclipse is not just closing doors, it's opening gateways. It's aligning you with the people, opportunities, and visions that will carry you into your highest destiny. So don't hold back, don't hesitate, and don't let fear stop you. The Gemini Lunar Eclipse is not just changing your life, it's awakening your soul. And when you step into this new path, you will look back and realize, that was the moment everything shifted for me. And there you have it, the 3 cosmic shifts that this Gemini lunar eclipse on September 8th, 2025 will bring into your life. First, the truth will be revealed. Second, the old will collapse. And finally, a brand new path will awaken for you. But remember, these shifts aren't here to scare you, they're here to elevate you. The universe doesn't take anything away without giving you something even greater in return. If something ends, it's because something far more aligned is waiting to begin. If the truth feels heavy, it's because it's freeing you from illusions. And if your path suddenly changes, it's because your soul is ready for the destiny you were born to live. Think of this eclipse as a cosmic reset button, a chance to leave behind the outdated story and step boldly into the one that was written in the stars for you. So here's my message to you. Trust the process. Don't fight the endings. Don't fear the new. This is your time to rise, to evolve, and to claim the blessings that have been waiting for you all along. If you've been asking for a sign, this is it. The Gemini lunar eclipse is the universe's way of saying your new chapter begins now. And before you go, let me ask you this. Which shift do you feel the most in your life right now? Is it the truth, the ending, or the awakening of a new path? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe for more cosmic guidance. The journey has only just begun.